I put so much work inside my family, now I'm totally dreaming. I'm in the game, I shoot at Jordan with each of three. Don't matter, cause we disagree, don't mean you ever leave. I bust it down, she right chrome, but she good on her knees. I told them I just wanna go home for my Isaiah, please. For me, for me, for me, for me.
Yeah.
For me,
somebody else, then that's okay. You ain't gotta say nothing to me. Notice when you hear your name, yeah, so you bring that back to me. That's what make you that's what these
Whiskey. Had to catch a little 50 ball real quick. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Shit already went dumpski.
I can't stay away. I know you put that on for me. I know you put that on for me.
me, for me, for me, for me, for me.
It's a pain song, but I'm in everything though. I promise.
One.
Speak specifically about anything.
Alright.
That's my real song. I'm telling you, you just go with life. It's a death common life.
Alright. Golly. Ooh, whiskey. Had to grab a little, you feel what I'm saying? Had to grab a little, you know what I'm saying? A little 50%, nothing too crazy. We didn't call it a little 500%. A little 400, it's 400 technically. We didn't call it a little 400. I didn't call it a little huncho. A little 2 huncho, a little 3 huncho. Over here printing money for real. This shit too easy. Or you chopped and screwed. Oh, echoing. Hold on, let me make sure my OBS is good. Oh. Hold on, shit. I'm checking on my end. Oh, I gotta hit a little Zara real quick. Alright, here I come. Had to hit the Zara. But yeah, so I'm in the 709 0DTs. So, you know, I'm in the calls, of course. Of course. You know how I get. You know how I get. Still echoing. Yeah, that shit might be only on yours, because I just played that shit. It's not echoing on YouTube. Alright, let me grab my little tea real quick. Oh, I had open on Discord and YouTube. Oh, yeah, I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, shit, it can't be me. There we go. God damn, I'm so big. But I'm having to drink that. Alright, yeah, the whiskey. They here going stupid. Balling on the air. I gotta lower my screen. This shit too damn high. Fuck with me tonight. Oh, okay. All right, so I'm videos, man, for shit show, bro. Gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying, we locking in. Let me make sure I share the live real quick. 1 second. All right, shit show. Don't mind all my shit. I just finished doing laundry. I'll do that shit later. Sometimes you gotta, you know what I'm saying, you gotta get to that bag first. The bag first, then you can do that shit. Alright. Check on Vix real quick, see what she's talking about. Ain't talking about net tenure. Alright, so Vix rejected the 20. Hold on, let me turn the music down. They probably gonna, they finna copyright strike my shit. It's all good. I don't care about, I ain't tripping about no monetization. I'm just here for the vibes. Yeah, so they did smack it right in between. Remember I said above 20 on Vix, you got to be kind of careful, but we rejected the 20, so we're really just sandwiched in between the 20 and the 5. We're still above the 200 on the Vix though, so anything's possible. But with that SmackDown, WWE SmackDown, we got 30 minutes left, so this next 30 we should, if we close over 7:09 in 30 minutes, oh fuck, well damn, I guess 30 minutes at the end of the day. It won't matter, huh? All right, so this is what happened, right? This is what happened today. So of course we got the breakout retest, right? So we got the breakout and pre-market. We got the retest. So once we got it at open, once he came down and tested the breakout, so when the market opened, we grabbed calls. I was in 612s, or I keep saying 6. I was in 712s and 7. What the hell was that? Yeah, so I was in the 711s and then the 712s. So we smacked on those. We tried them again on the ones, and I used a small size, but them bitches got stopped out immediately. Right when this candle happened, I was like, oh yeah, that's cooked. So as soon as that didn't hold, I was like, yeah, it's cooked. Actually, we'll save this. Yeah, we use this one instead. Yeah, so once that, I'll say, yeah, it's smacked. And then I was like, okay, well, if we do it, we're gonna go back to 706 real quick. So once we did, we got the sell. I missed the initial one, but then I caught the second one off of the 5-day retest. And I had to give a little call out. I think those went like 280% or something. But I had to catch a little, you know what I'm saying? I had to catch a little, you feel me? That's too crazy. All right, so yeah, so really simple, for real. So once we caught the puts, I had to get back in on the calls. But I got 1 DTs. So we caught 70% on those. I did have a 707, but I got scared. So once we grabbed back on the 5, I sold that bitch. So now this is the last re-entry. I just sold one of the 0 DTs for 50%. Still holding one, and yeah, we're gonna see what we do from here. So let's see. Golly, man, what a great day. And I did most of this while I was running. So I'm getting my little jog on and shit. And then I'm like, oh, hold on. Beep, beep, beep. I'm like, hold on real quick. Let me lock in. All right, let's check this options chain. I swear, every time I use this, whether I'm filming YouTube or doing live, the phone has 10%. The phone always gonna die. All right, let's check. So after 2:30, 2:30 they go ahead and close out all the Robin Hooders, the 0 DTers. We have to switch over to Webull, right? Because Robin Hood don't let you trade after 2:30 or is it 2:45, one of the two. But either way, there's tricks to get around it, but we ain't about trying to do all that. So yeah, 709, yeah. All right, 0.22. 17. All right, cool. All right, so remember, we still need that 5 to hold. 3 minutes left on this, but yeah, you really need that 5 to hold, like as far as a daily close, because that's our short-term support, right? It's our daily moving average. So you see how we usually bounce off of it. We did this right here as well, right? So it was the same kind of look. So you see these candles right here, long body candle, except this one gapped down and then just filled. This one gapped up and then just filled. Then we had the small little green, and then that next day, small little green next day, got the crazy wick. So if we do close above the 5, we should be straight for real, to swing some more into Friday. But I hope with Friday, I hope they give us something like this, right? Because if they don't give us an entry, then the 1DTEs are going to print, the 712s, which we're in those too, the 1DTE 712s. That's a better risk reward if you're not trying to, you ain't trying to gamble with no zeros, of course. But yeah, so if they give us that, we'll get something like this, right? And basically all this is one big giant flag that's just building liquidity, right? And as long as the 5 day is trending up and we're holding the 5, then we'll recover. Right, then we'll recover from it, and then we'll just push back up. So this is why this close is really important. So if you're not green already in the day, don't be trying those zeros right here. Yeah, you don't need to be. Yeah, like I said, I only have one runner left, so it's 0 or hero, but yeah, we'll see. It's holding. See, the bottom's holding. That's what I like. There you go. We'll use this instead. Right. So look, that's what I'm saying. So if we reject the 5, they could get even more liquidity, right? And then we just bop up. Because remember, we're still inside this channel, right? We're still inside of this as of now. Even though we got calls off the bottom, right, of this one. All right, we got the calls off the bottom here, calls off the bottom here, calls off the bottom here, calls off the bottom here again, right? So we caught every single time this came down here, we got calls. But now we're back inside this one. So do we roll back down and then pop? I'm not gonna lie, I do hope we roll back down, just because I hate when they do the moving after hours and stuff, right? Because if we wanted to go back up, we want the best entry. So the best entry, like I said, would be like some sort of double bottom, some shit like that. But sometimes they don't give it to us like this one, right? So we went light size on this, but it didn't really, you know what I'm saying? By the time it opened, you missed the whole move. So it wasn't as fun. But I did call this on futures though. I was like, damn, if you fuck with futures, you better go right here. Today or last night, I guess I was like, if you go futures long. And then, because everybody was geeking about the little dump that happened overnight, and then V right back up. So yeah, we're still printing on those. 709s are still 0DTE, still looking good. We got 30 whole minutes. Do you have 1DTE spot? Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. But that's why I said I mean, I'll be okay if we do, just fly today, but it won't be the best because I'm not full size. I'm like I said, I'm only in the starter because we already caught this move, we caught the breakdown, retest. So we still need to confirm over this clearance, right? 709.50. But I just prefer if they maybe like do something like this, maybe into the close, or even if they just smack it right here at the close. That would be even better for long term, because I hate buying calls so high up, right? I will, clearly, we smacked, earlier, but I just hate buying calls so freaking high, bro. But, like I said, it is what it is. I'm holding 1DTs. Let me check the chat real quick. Did I told y'all the zeros? All right. My cat being here just being bad. Just playing in dirt. Oh shit, there we go. On the re-entry, they're only up 12% on the ones. But ain't nothing. Yeah, I got my shit on market sell. I'm not fucking around. Look, keep that bitch on market sell. On Webull, keep that bitch on market sell. I'm not fucking around. I got in the point. I got in the 709s at I got it at 0.47 and 0.58, but I sold the first one at a 50%, so I only have one left. So I got that shit on market sale, because you know they love to do that little one candle. You know what I'm saying? I hate that shit. But the 1DTs, I'm not worried about those. I'm gonna let those go. Like I said, just in case they want to hoe us and be like, oh, ceasefire, wow. Hate that shit. What's wrong, think about? Here, huh? Come here. Got your ass. Got her ass. Ugh. What's wrong? What you doing? You been bad? Seems on my own. You say holding 5, you mean that's Matt? Yeah, that's Matt. Yeah. See, that's what I mean. Like, if they give us a better entry, then we can catch it. Hopefully, if they dump it into day, then we can actually go with a better size, right? That's why I'm like, bro, I hope you don't go now, because if it does go, it's like, damn, we missed a full size opportunity, right? You in puts or calls? Huh? Puts or calls? Which one? She said she don't want to give away her position just yet. Yeah, you see? Now it's not holding. Now if we can get that bottom down the bottom of this channel, right? Because we got the break, but we didn't get the full test. So if we do get it down here, then yeah, that's why I'll probably grab an actual size. What you think? Huh? What you think? You don't want to talk? All of a sudden she get camera shy. You don't want to talk? Alright, yeah, they're giving us that. There we go. There we go. Yeah, see, this is what I meant. I was like, if we get the retest here, it's going to be a shallow retest, which obviously is not the best of the best. Right here is where we get that perfect. Because then here it'll be easy as, all right, what do we break down? Retest, right? Or do we just bounce from here, right? Only one or two ways it can go. Any kind of consolidation in here, you still got to wait for it. Because, like I said, in between here, it's one of two ways. Yeah, but it's like if they squeeze it, then it's like, you know, they could just give that retest overnight, or they just, Trump says, all is well, right? But that's not what we want. We want the best entries. Yeah, this one was crazy. That shit was crazy as hell. Like, as soon as it bottomed out, I grabbed like just one call just to see, and then literally before I could do anything, you get that one candle. That shit was crazy. Calls or puts? Huh? No. Not calls or puts? Nothing? I had to give her a little cat account. I teach her how to trade for me. Incoming call. Oh, damn it. All right, finally, we're almost in the last 15. This is where the SPX starts getting fun. Let me see. Do I have SPX levels? One of these charts, I got some SPX on. YouTube. I only got one level on here. Hey, you see that shit work though? golly. Hold on, I'm gonna have to take this call. All right, there we go. Yeah, here we go. All right, yeah. So if we get that full retest down here, then it'll be like this: bottom, 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 and then all we gotta wait for is if that's like I said. Hopefully they hold it and they don't go too fast or they don't do us overnight. Then we can see if we consolidate. No way. Another call. Hold on. I'm gonna have to 1 second. I gotta turn my camera on. Hello? Hold on 1 second. My fault, y'all. My girl had called me real quick. Had to make sure she's straight. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Man, if this is, they lame as hell. They not gonna give us a full break. Come on, bro. Just come out a little bit. Alrighty. All right. We back. Was about to hear the whole conversation. No, for real. I was like, oh, hold on, wait. Hold on. And nah, yeah, she's straight. But yeah, so, man, if they're not, like I said, I'm gonna hold the little small size of entry ones I got, but I still want a better entry. Bro's about to hear the whole convo. Can't have that. Why you keep that lunch? All right, here we go. Last 15 SPX. All right, yeah. Before I dipped out real quick, SPX. Damn, I don't have no levels. All right, we're gonna have to make some levels real quick. Let's do it. Oof. Yeah, that's scary because they can go like this. They can go like this. Yeah, so we're in the middle, so I can't. No SPX just yet. The worst part is I saw a spot can reclaim something. I thought causes the answer. Damn. Yeah. That dump though, this shit was crazy. I missed all of this. I stopped out of calls immediately because I fucking jinxed it. I was like, damn, this shit can one candle go back to 706. I literally said that shit, and then next candle right after, got my ass. But it's all good. So we still ended up catching. That's why I was like, look, even if you miss the first entry, it's cool. You don't have to chase because if it's gonna be directional, it'll give you a retest, right? So at that time we had the 5-day right up here. So all I had to wait for was that breakdown retest. So once we got the retest, I grabbed some, and then I got out literally at the exact bottom. We got it at it was a screenshot, say 1244. Yeah, literally, we got it at 1244. Hold on. All right, here. Yeah, 1244. Yeah, straight sniping, straight sniper gang, cut it. Hold on. Look, check the timestamp, 1244. Yeah, a little 400%er, not too crazy. Yeah, so we're gonna wait for it to chill in here. Like I said, they can go either way. Inside of this, right, we're not really, no direction except for, you know, so you gotta assume they're gonna give it lows because we're in a selling channel, right? And the only way we can go long, like I said, is if we come down to the bottom, right? Scalp the long off the bottom, but you could, I'm not saying go short either because we're smack in the middle. You're literally in the middle. It can go either way, all right? You can get a candle back up to the upside. You can get a fake candle back to the downside, so. But the longer we wait, the cheaper the SPX contracts get. So I'm not mad at that. I got the SPX, I got the little, what's it called? The options chain open. Yeah. When I do SPX, I be doing market sell, bro. Market buy, market sell. And then sometimes I'll just put a sell, like a stop sell in there. Cause that shit it'll be doing that 1 wick shit, bro. Like, you'll buy a contract for $200. It'll wick at $500, and then by the time the wick hits, it's back down to like 3. Crazy. Uh-oh. Shit froze for a second. I need someone to do that. Bro, why does it do this every time? Hold on. Alright, there we go. Alright. Is it back? Is it working? Every time I bump the cord and it disconnects to whatchamacallit, it should be freezing. The worst part is like, damn, bro, that's tough. That's tough. Yeah, see here, like you could get this right here. How I got the little trap and then dump. You could get a trap and then dump. We just wanna play reaction at either or, right? We either play the breakout retest, we play the rejection, we play the breakdown retest, or we play the bounce. We just gotta wait for either one. If they close it in the middle, then they're just closing in the middle is what it is. But I am watching the where's that 5 at? Right here. Oof. Terrible drawing. Bang. That's what we watching right there. 71. The 7110s are $1. Fuck. They're $1. 125. The 7110s SPX 0DT only $1. It's like your risk reward is amazing if that bitch go. But that's the thing. It's gonna be like a 1 wick type of thing. It's gonna be one of the ones that you just had to be in. It's gonna be, or they gonna smack that hoe. But yeah, so we'll see. If we go straight to it and then we kind of play around up here for the last 10, I'll take it up here. Yeah, we got 13 minutes left. Perfect. All right, yeah, because now we can watch the 13 close. I mean, close. I should do this all the time. Yeah, double underneath the 5. Yes, this is also under the 5. That's the only fucked up part, though. Going long under the 5 is always a little iffy. Travis Scott. SPX 0.9. Here drinking green tea. I feel old as hell when I be drinking like old people stuff. And just Motherfucker put apple cider vinegar and some water, some lemons. Come on. Either way they go, it's fine. If they chop it, it's cool. All the contracts will get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. We be hitting SPX 1 minute plays. All right, 7110s. Fuck that. I gotta mark it so fuck it. Oh my gosh. Alright. Fuck, come on. The 350 candle, no facts. Look, that 350 candle going, look, that shit either gonna hit your ass in one of these, or that shit going instantly. And that's what makes this shit fun though. But the thing is though, you should not be touching no SPX, end of day, nothing. If you're like really bad redder in the day, don't try to revenge this, you know, because even though the contract might be $100, right? Upside risk it could make you green, but you know, you could just be burning $100. So if you're not already, you know, profitable, at least have some sort of cushion. Then, you know, I think end of day SPX is more of like a lottery play, right? You do this when you have a little extra, you know. Okay, cool. Let's say you made 500. Okay, you throw a little $100 in there. You know what I'm saying? If you lose it, you know, it's 20% of your winnings. But I wouldn't go crazy. If you only up $100, don't put $100 into no 0D SPX. You know what I'm saying? Come on. We gotta put the indicators. Hold on. Alright, hold on. Where's our favorite indicator at? Yeah, hold on. Skirt. Hold on. Oh fuck! Look there it is. The 350 candle. The 350 candle. Fuck. Oh shit! There it is. Hold on. That's literally 350 candle. My boy said 350 candle incoming. There it is. Come on. Bro, this bitch is just sitting, bro. 0.75. That's what we do. We just settle it, right? Just settle it right here and just chill. I love those little candles, man. The 1 minute wicks. Them just be funny as hell. Iced out watch. I won't be late. Look, we gotta blow off the bottom. We gotta get another indicator. Hold on. Where's the one? Where's the magnet indicator? Yeah. You need a magnet indicator. Come on. We really not even supposed to be playing this shit because we inside. Anything can happen in here, but this should still be fun though. It's like the feeling is like when you got one more leg on your parlay, and you green everything else. Like you already green, you can cash out, but that last one you need that shit. Yeah, we literally just smack in the middle. If they close it in here, I guess it'll make tomorrow's game plan a little easier, because then we won't have to anticipate some sort of overnight breakout, you know, right? So basically kind of what they did today, low key. Look. Yeah, right, like even in here, right? So because it was overnight, if you didn't have your overnight hours on, you didn't even see that they already, you know, took the retest of the 5. So once we got that opening dip, right, all you did was move your floor up. Move the floor up. So if you didn't already have that, then you know. But that's the thing, they be doing that shit overnight. So I understand why a lot of people miss the move, or they'll be on the wrong side at the wrong times, because they're not, you know, paying attention to the overnight hours. Because the overnight candles matter as well, right? If we can hold such and such price in pre-market, if we come back down and test it, right, we usually should go. All right, same thing over here. Overnight bounce levels, we couldn't hold below. Breakout retest. Oh shit, hold on, my call's back up. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I gotta market it. Sorry, I got to. I have to. Yeah, I can't fuck around with that, man. I can't. Yeah. It's the indicator's working. Yeah, I had to, but I got to, man. You got to. Because it's right here under the 5, right? So remember I said you don't want to be too crazy assuming we still need that close over if we want to catch some good, an upside tomorrow, right? So tomorrow the 5-day will move up again, and then we're going to have to either reject it and then continue lower, or if we can hold it tomorrow, we get more all-time highs, right? Nice. Yes, sir. Yeah. So this is why it's fun to play SPX, because it's like it moves so fast, like you literally can just be in and out. Bought the contract 0.95, it chilled at 1, spiked, dipped all the way down to 0.2, and then spiked right back up to 1.5. So you know what I'm saying? Quick, you could be down 80% and then back up 90 or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So that should be fun. But you got to take it. That's why I was like, bro, you just got to take it. You got to take it. You got to take that. Especially because we already know, right? We're up here, top level. We need that breakout retest. That's like I said, that's more so. If we had more runway, we'd play more. But honestly, let's see. Should we watch, rinse, repeat the same ones? They're only 0.5. So if I put the 0.5 back in, it's basically a free trade because I just made 150 on the last contract. Yeah. Yeah, that shit's crazy, bro. It's so funny how that shit can happen. Like, you literally can be down in the contract. Literally, like I said, you buy it at 0.91, buy a couple. That bitch dip down to 0.2, buy one more lower, average 0.7. Boom. 1.5 in one candle. Now you're up 100%. Yeah. So SPX is very dangerous, but it is fun. It is very fun to play. Yeah, see? Still rejecting this. Still rejecting that 5, man. Pick up the phone. Yeah, see, look. Damn, see? They gave it, but I was too busy playing SPX. But remember, see, I was saying, like, if they can give us another test right down here, it would be the best because we got a bottom. They literally gave that shit. They hold. It's all good. I'm still holding, like I said, I'm still holding 1DTs. I'm still holding 1DTs. So either way it goes, it's cool. We had a very, very, very good profit day, man. Very good day. Very good day. It's crazy because this whole move, I think my boy caught the whole thing. This motherfucker got 2,000%, bro. That shit hurts. Especially when I'm like, okay, I'm already 35 cons deep, 40 contracts deep, smack 70. I'm like, what? I'm done. I'm chilling. Then I lose on the second set, but I only used 10% of the winnings. So I was like, yeah. And then literally we were waiting for the bounce here, and then literally that shit just one candle. So it was a quick one. So then once we seen that, like I said, all we did was breakdown, retest, got in, smacked 400%, smacked a little 200%. So, we still, it is what it is. But a fun day nonetheless. We might as well go over a little, you know what I'm saying? I might as well film the, I might as well film the game plan video while I'm on here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, it's about to close anyway. Mute the music so they don't try to do me bad. Alright. Yeah, so I guess I'll go ahead and film it. Hey, 0.1. Not quick in and out. Damn, watch they push it. Hey, that shit smacked. You seen that? We got in at 0.5, made it 0.1. So we just did a little huncho. See, this is why you gotta use them. You gotta use the market sales, bro. I'm telling you, them wicks be too fucking fast. It's chilling. That's like 1 point something. Yo, that's crazy. That's wild. Damn. Hey, see, little 100%. I love that. Yeah. All right. Well, shit. While we here, I said y'all might as well stick around. We filmed a little recap of video real quick. Yeah. So my six. Damn, nice little SPA. It's got a little okay little bag. All right, let's check on those 1 DTEs. Nice. Roll. All right, bet that. All right, let's do this real quick. We'll do a quick intro video, quick. Look at that. Fucking banger. Fucking banger, dude. All right, record, display 2. All right. What's poppin', man? It's your boy K Trades. We back with another video. Had to catch some crazy bangers today, man. I'm not gonna lie. We called out the bear trap 2 days ago. Go back and rewatch the videos if you missed it. If you don't believe it, hey, go back and watch and see for yourself. So yesterday or 2 days ago, we caught this bear trap down the bottom, right? We attempted to break below the 5. We caught the first bounce. That's the first test in a while. So of course it was gonna be some nice support. So we did actually swing calls into that. We got the weird gap down overnight. We recovered into new highs. Well, really almost exact same highs. So we didn't quite go new all-time highs, but we just matched all-time highs, which is good for us. Either way, we still banked. Caught a nice little 70% on the 7-11s. Caught 60% on the 7-12s. Stopped out of the second set, but we ended up smacking 440% and then 170% on some puts. So nonetheless, we still smacked, right? Even caught a little SPX end of the day, little 0.9 to 1.5, and then we caught a 0.5 to just 1. So, nothing too crazy, just a little lunch money, a little, dessert money, stuff like that. So cool, man, let's get straight into it. So the game plan, right? We did have our target levels over the top, right? So remember, we still had that all-time high, but this is still overhead resistance. So anything in here, remember, we needed to see the breakout, retest, hold, and then continuation. So once we started to get the fail beneath, we got the breakdown, retest, and they continued in one crazy candle. So didn't catch the initial dump, but I did get the retest underneath the 5. So when we got the second test, I got that as well. So that's where we ended up catching the main one underneath, right there. So we got the breakdown, retest, continuation. So we did catch that. So and this is just a reminder as well. You remember I say you always got to be, you got to move like water when it comes to these markets. You can't have a hard bias, right? You can't just be like, oh, well, I only have a plan for calls, or I only have a plan for puts. You got to have a plan for both sides, right? So even our plan, right? So even the secondary calls that I said, right? Secondary calls didn't work out, right? We only had a small size, so it didn't matter anyway. But didn't work out, got stopped out damn near instantly. It was just literally one red candle, right? But because we're still using, risk management, we already are super green on the day, so we're not using, more than 10% of your profit. So that was cool. Waited, got back in, caught the move, sold the absolute bottom again. Actually sold the bottom. Check timestamps. Yeah, check timestamps. 12:44. Literally absolute bottoms. Didn't get into full calls or anything. Just got some 1DTs. Caught those for a little 60-70%, right? And then we trimmed, and then we got another entry, right? We missed this last entry because I was playing SPX, but still have an entry nonetheless. All right, so easy plan. Let's see what we got going on for tomorrow. Possible game plan. So we got 2 scenarios, right? Gap up, gap down, or I guess 3, or stay flat. So we're gonna do off tops. We're gonna mark our close, right? Previous day's close. This is gonna be our key going into tomorrow. Previous day's close. All right, so we gap over, right? Anything in between 7-11 and 708. Anywhere in here, you wait for a reaction at either level, right? So let's say they open it right here. You either wait for a reaction at here or if they want to come back and test it real quick, because they do that sometimes. Like right here, they'll give you one quick wick down, and then one quick wick down, quick little dump, and then they go. So if they want to do that, wait for the gap to close. If it does close, make sure it holds the bounce, and this continue to be our breakout retest, right? If it fails, gets back into this, selling channel underneath that 708.50, then you got to watch for, again, 706. Anything under 705, 706, you got to be careful. Like I said, more downside. We do have support down here at 703 to 702. So that's your downside levels, right? Let's say we gap and go. Let's say we gap up and just continue, right? Don't chase it into this long. Wait for it to break out, retest, right? We tried here, didn't hold, tried here, didn't hold, tried here, didn't hold. So you have to wait for it to hold, continue above the highs, right? And then we'll go into price discovery, 715, 730, just put a little alert at every dollar until we, start to build out something. So you either go that way, or if they trick us, like again today, right? Got to be careful. Break down, retest, right? Waiting for at least 15, 30 minutes, right? Because look at it. It looks a little easier when it's on the 30, right? We caught the first pump. Cool, right? We trimmed the majority of everything. You got the breakdown, retest, 30 minutes can hold, right? Set an alert, and it just flooded, right? So it's been it's a lot easier to see when you're zoomed out on a higher time frame. So make sure you're being careful when it comes to that. So anything in here, right? You go both ways. All right, let's say we gap down, same rules. We gap down, you wait for a reaction, either for it to attempt to close this gap first and then possibly roll over, right? If we close the gap and reclaim, use that as support. Aim for your upper targets, right? 7-11. Now, if we gap down and we just slice through, you might just have to miss that one, right? Because we don't know how low it can go before it can bounce. Could it bounce right here? Could it bounce right here? Right? Could it bounce right here? So you'll just have to be more patient to the downside, watching those levels, right? But if we do start to lose, like I said, 705, that's really your main levels. Anything under 705, a hard 30-minute close under that, like I said, be careful. We didn't get it today, right? We got to close at it, but we wicked underneath, right? Same right here. Try to get it closed and just bounce right back up. Try to get it closed, bounce right back up. So right now, we're just in this range, right? Range, range rotations, right? So cool for us, because if we're going to play calls at the bounce, it puts at the resistance, right? So, just play the range or don't, right? Or just be more patient, or just wait for it to break, retest, or break down. You know what I'm saying? Either or. If you don't want to play in the middle, don't deal in the middle. Right? Perfectly fine, right? But it is a large enough range to where you can catch some intraday, 0 DTs, or even 1 DTs if you want to buy time. But keep it simple, keep it smooth, keep it classy, and crazy day, man, crazy, unexpected, right? I think I was running when we caught this whole first move, and I was cooking some steak around this part, but I did catch this right here. So yeah, nice little day, man. Day felt like it went by fast. So yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. Time to hop on these parlays, get ready to watch these games, man. Go hoop a little bit, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. All right, so YouTube video has been filmed, and now I'm gonna hop off the live, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. So some nice little bangers, man.